Okay, what are you sharing?
Okay, I wanted to put up my pictures that I've been working on.
Pictures?
Ah, that is
I think you
so
guys have all
tiny.
seen them individually. I just wanted to get your sense as a group, as a collective, so to speak.
Okay, so if you guys were
So
wondering,
this
this is for
is the existing avatar
Starport
for our
Omega.
Discord group.
Again,
Right, and I mean,
Starport
it was
Omega.
that was literally just something I put together because I was in a hurry and I wanted some sort of icon that, the Omega symbol and the little, the little orbit symbol. I did all that on paint.net. Um, so we were talking a couple days ago about t-shirts. And so I thought, hey, how about a t-shirt with the Omega symbol on the front and on the back, some sort of a gas station motto. Food, drink, oxygen, last fuel, 50 light years. And then yesterday, I think it was, Jim suggested looking at a Voyager episode and looking at the Omega directive symbol. And I'm looking at the Omega directive symbol and I thought, that looks an awful lot like a gray head, your
And the thing is,
prototypical
I
alien.
like that Omega symbol a lot better than the original one that you were using.
Yeah.
So I am on board, as you know, with the symbol. I just need specifications because I am a perfectionist.
Yeah. So my thinking is we use this. I'm going to go through and I'm going to redo it with vector program, probably with Inkscape, so we have a nice clean vectorized image that you can scale to whatever size.
Yeah, and then I'll go through Paint SIA and everything and make it all like fancy.
And so I still like the idea of a. So I'm thinking about maybe just using the logo version without the text on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if we take out, trying to find the text here. So we take out just the text. We have like a little, we have like a little nice little icon we can use for a Discord icon.
Yeah, and for the front of the shirt,
make it a GIF. One of the eyes winks.
Beautiful.
Oh dear Lord.
So I like the idea of having like number one a gas station shirt. So the first the shirt, with the thing on the back, and maybe having the alien head logo on the front.
And by the way, it's no longer going to be Starbase Omega. It's going to be Starport Omega. That will be fixed before it lands on the store page, which you guys can find on the merch store down in my Twitch description. But these have not posted yet there because we are still working on them. And this is primarily for this group for our podcast, which is going to be amazing. And by the way, I'm getting it in a hoodie. You know me. Oversized hoodie. I'm going to go for like an extra large.
So what I'm thinking is we take this logo with the yellow, but we do the Omega symbol in yellow. Leave the eyes. How many colors can you put in that, by the way? Is it just one color or?
Oh, I can make it rainbow if you freaking want.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering because I know there's different color processes with where they do the silk screen. So maybe if we use two colors, we have yellow and maybe gray for the eyes on the front of the shirt, and just have it just be like basically like this.
Yeah.
So
I might be removing the black for transparency.
Oh, absolutely. The black is just transparent. Whatever color the shirt is, that's what it would look. That's what it would show through as.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's almost too much. But I'm thinking on the logo for the group, actually having that plus the little orbital symbol and the stars, having that inside where the Omega is right now, and then having something along these lines as a T-shirt front, maybe with the phrase on the back. Have a couple of options for shirts. Your gas station version, and then your probing the galaxy 1 light year at a time.
Yeah, and I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh my ass off no matter what, because just probing the galaxy, one exhaust port at a time. It's like, oh God, it's so appropriate. I seriously almost fell out of my chair laughing. I thought it was fantastic.
So
you can thank Jim for inspiring that. He said something about probing the galaxy, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to go there and talk about butts, but.
Okay, just remember that my Twitch is adult oriented. So if you're not an adult, please kindly fuck off. And if you want me to be nice, also please kindly fuck off.
So I have not yet had the experience of having a stream killed in the middle. I'm waiting for the day. As you know, I stream for my church. We run our Sunday and now our Wednesday services live. And dude, I dread the day when we're in the middle of a service and Sorry, you can no longer stream your church service. I'll be out there like Donald Trump whining.
Hold on. Sorry, when you put your hands up, your mouth disappeared when you said that. It was great.
I know it did, didn't it? That was weird. I don't have my green. I don't have my green screen up behind me, so I'm relying totally on this crappy XSplit VCam thing. And as you can see, it really leaves a bad halo. Normally, I have VCam running, and I also have the green screen behind me as a backup. So the halo would get chroma keyed out. But you don't want to see my messy bedroom right now, so you really, really don't.
Is that for my sanity?
Yes. Actually, it's for my embarrassment. That's not that bad. I mean, it's a little bit of a mess, but mostly what you see there is my computer stuff in the background. My TARDIS and my shortwave radio and my Commodore 128 and my
Zoom
Amiga.
Lecture got yelled at by the professors. Like, you need to turn off your animated backgrounds. It's distracting.
Yeah.
Because it was the trench run.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So he's sitting there with like a headset on and everything. And if all he had was that flight helmet matching it, it would have looked like he was actually in a TIE fighter doing an X-Wing doing the trench run. I was like, hey, this guy managed to out-nerd me at Star Wars.
Excuse me, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good setup.
This is my
Then again, it's what he does.
So, Jim, do we not get the pleasure of seeing your face tonight?
No.
No.
It's like he started for an explanation. It's like, you know what?
It's
no.
so tiny.
Why even get into it? Yeah.
He really doesn't want you to watch him stroking his kitty like Dr. Evil.
I don't really know where the hell Coconut is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's in here somewhere.
Tom, you look so creepy. To do the introduction for the podcast night, basically on like what topics we're going to talk about, since we are off on our tangents like always, which I appreciate because it definitely brightens my day and my mood, which everyone knows that I've been a raging bitch today. So, anyways, topic ideas for today is going to be the PlayStation 5. As everyone knows, that is a super hot topic, especially since there are a lot of game developers who are basically saying they will no longer be releasing anything for PlayStation 4. Next topic on that end of the categories is the Xbox X Series, followed by the Borderlands movie adaptation. Yes, you heard me right. And there is Tom doing a fucking dance. He is so excited.
They better keep the theme song from the first game.
Second to last is the update for a gaming dating app. Yeah, you heard me right. In India, they are going to be launching a dating app that is like a video game for gamers.
Don't they call that Second Life?
You know, basically a social app that's designed just for the niche gamer profile. So basically, like, less being turned down or less hurtful. Oh my, hello. Thank you for the biddies. Panda! Cakey! Oh my goodness!
Nice.
Hi, Cakey! I love Cakey Panda. Hello, darling! Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, I love all the different heads. I love the corgi one. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Corgi.
It is. It's adorable. And then, finally, we will be talking about Tom's show thingy. And I'm going to keep that one completely secret to the very end of our podcast tonight, because it is all for Tom. Sadly.
Oh, that one thing from that one place, from that one, they did that one thing?
Yes.
I don't know why it's that big a deal. I mean, it's on Netflix right now. It's not my show. I just happen to talk about it.
Yes.
Oh crap!
Just to be clear, it's not my show. I have nothing to do with it.
So I
need to write a to-do list.
I didn't get to like sit down and eat until about 10 p.m. tonight. So.
Oh, that's right. It's like 11 o'clock your time, isn't it?
Yeah. So, like, I literally like got into the shower, got out, and sat down. So my hair is even still like wet. I actually brushed it while we were getting set up. So. hopefully I don't look like absolute trash. And Kanky, thank you so much for joining us again. I love the fact that you're here. Because you definitely are a very good person to keep our topics going. Because you kind of you just got the greatest personality. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Why am I the one highlighted on your stream right now?
Oh, sorry.
Big fat Tom head and like little tiny bunny head.
Is that better, Tom?
Yes, actually, it works a lot better for me.
Oh, so I've actually been having issues with Fat Cat, and when I say issues, I have been mayhem.
Oh dear Lord!
That's the day that I've had, and I mean, I got.
Ow.
This is not scratches. This is him biting me. On top of that, he also destroyed one of my bras. You heard me right. The feline destroyed one of my bras, and it was one of my higher end, expensive ones. When I say higher end, expensive, we're talking upwards around $160, but it's like a 3-year-old bra. So, I mean,
Yeep.
Yeah. Actually, that was probably one of my cheaper ones, like of the good quality. Don't mind me. I spend an arm and a leg on certain items that I wear.
Yeah, it's like me and shoes. I mean, I have like size 47 feet, so you know.
You got to keep. You have to keep the girls happy.
You can't hear anything? Oh no! What in the world? Oh, volume was low. Oh, Kanky.
I was gonna say is like, it sounded that I checked earlier.
Yeah, we actually did our sound check this time.
We did a pre-check.
Hell yeah!
That's another problem I have a lot of when streaming is getting the volume high enough for people that have laptops.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm actually got it set pretty loud. I'll turn it up just a hair more.
Yeah. We should just barely be touching the red, but not actually going into.
Probably had the volume down. I usually do that for Twitch.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, there's a couple of streamers I have to do that too because I don't know what spec they're using for their volume leveling, but they are loud.
Okay.
Plus 35 dB.
Tell you what, Super Kato Jim and I watch his stream. He is master with the microphone. He does a really good job.
But the thing is, like, you've seen some of my stuff. I use bare basic. I don't have any of the fancy stuff.
Believe me, I appreciate that. Some of those streams you go and there's like 5 million animated things and.
Yeah. The thing is, I like simple. I think that's a lot of my OCD. It's just visually appealing that everything is clean and crisp. And right now, the one thing that's bugging me is you guys can see shit on my couch because that is how quick I had to, like, drop things and get on here. So, that's great. Oh, yeah. So, if anyone didn't know, I kind of hoard stuff like this. And it's mirrored, just to let you know. You're really drunk? Kanky's drunk. That is okay. Enjoy.
Yes, the Constitution does allow you to be drunk.
Yeah, no, totally enjoy.
Hey, Pandu Gorilla. Peanut Gorilla. Sorry, I can't really read you very well all the way over there. Pandu Gorilla. That's right. You are a panda and a gorilla. No, it definitely says Peanut Gorilla.
That is Peanut Gorilla. Okay, so Tom's a little bit on the drunk side too.
No, I am not. I am not. However, I'll send you a picture of my desk so you can see what I'm dealing with.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Are you sending me a picture, or are you gonna put it?
I'll put it up so everybody can see this craziness.
I'm gonna watch him take the picture because he's like blurring out.
Yeah. The fact that I have to come this far back should tell you something.
Okay. Well, I'm glad either way, Kanky. Okay. Hey, final podcast is up. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
I actually try to interact with the chat room.
Yeah, I completely get that, and I appreciate that so much. That you try to interact with everybody. I'm actually sitting away from my keyboard this time because I wanted to make sure that I was like, right here in your face. And literally, I can I can get like really up close and personal. You guys can see my black eyes.
Ooh.
There you go. No contacts. I could touch my eyeball for you if you really wanted to. They're not sensitive.
No, thank you. That eyeball touching has always weirded me out.
Look at Tom's face.
I don't know why.
Okay. Oh. Look at all those wires.
Yeah, there's a lot of wires, and that's unfortunate. So yeah, right now
wires.
These two screens are hooked up to my main computer. The one on the left is actually hooked up to that little computer in the middle. That's called a Skull Canyon, Intel Skull Canyon. That's a gaming computer in its own right, even though it's a little tiny. That's a
one of the new nuts.
Yeah, he needs some cable ties. I agree.
My Commodore 64, and actually that Commodore 64 is right here.
And it's blurry now.
There's a glitch in the matrix. The Commodore must not be shown.
So this one has got a bunch of aftermarket parts on it. The only thing
show me that back. Show me that back.
Oh, check out that back side.
Yes.
PC got back.
Oh, it is transparent. That is
the only part on this that actually came from Commodore Business Machines is the keyboard. Literally everything else on this is newly manufactured in the last few years.
Okay, show us that back one more time. Just one more time.
Okay, check out this.
Oh, that is some sexy piece of machinery right there.
You okay there, Judd? I know that you like the transparent stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that motherboard is brand new. It uses an FPGA to emulate the entire computer on one chip. And as you can see, even though it's based on 1982 technology, it's got USB and HDMI and Ethernet on it.
So pretty.
So sexy.
Proper networking.
I love it. This right here is my bay.
That is absolutely precious. Okay, I'm going to leave
I
your
may have to get the bomb from
thing.
you for that. I may need to build one because I have not touched a Commodore 64 since I was 4.
Oh,
Once again, Brad, you know what needs to happen, Brad? You need to come down here for a day, and you need to go home with the second Amiga, and you need to go home with one of my 64s. I'm not kidding you.
I need a vacation at some point in California. You guys are forgetting that.
Hey, seriously, Bunny, I'm not saying this to be like forward in any way. I'm going to be moving here real soon, and when I do, there will be an extra bedroom.
Hell yes!
I intend to put a guest
room in there. I
haven't
been to California since. Oh wait! Wow! Holy crap!
Yeah, sounds like me in Texas.
Long
you may have to deal with my nosy mom coming in and asking questions, but she's good people. She's just
Judd.
She's just a mother.
Judd.
A mother,
Judd.
yeah.
Everybody look at Judd.
That sexy beast.
Oh yeah, you finally you got your water mod new case all done.
Yeah, we're doing all this tech sexy stuff because we are so off topic because we're great at it.
Yeah.
Okay, stop moving. It's pixelating to high hell. I can't see it.
Stop moving.
You need to hold it still for a minute because the MPEG artifacts are making it hard to. Yeah.
We need to get a new camera.
Wait. Okay, am I hallucinating, or is there your main pipe blowing the water up into the top of the reservoir and then coming down?
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. It's
a bubbler.
That's kind of how you should do it, I would think.
Yes.
Oftentimes, what you see is
sexy up in here.
The intake will come up and there'll be a right angle from the bottom blowing up, and that's it. Or it'll come in from the top. And I haven't seen a center pipe blowing like a fountain.
Is your pipe coming from the radiator or coming from the CPU?
It's coming from the radiator.
Okay, so it goes from the CPU to the radiator back to the reservoir?
Well, it goes to the GPU.
The condensation.
Hence the line going through up to the GPU, and then from the GPU to the CPU, which also is the VRMs around.
Oh, you're pumping hot water from the graphics card into the CPU? Interesting. I would have thought those would have been parallel paths.
Why?
Well, parallel paths or CPU than GPU.
That way your water is always cold going into the heat blocks.
Actually, no. There's an interesting aspect of why this is better.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Good.
One of the things that I actually watching a YouTube video of all things, since I tend to avoid all things YouTube because massive time suck. They were talking about a very interesting issue between air cool and liquid cooling, which was the time it takes for the chillers to actually, or for surface temperature differences to equalize, which is when you typically see most efficient heat transfer.
And just remember that even though this is the most efficient way, it looks pretty as fuck.
Oh, it does look good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But what they were talking about was the fact that air coolers reach that equalization point pretty much instantaneously, whereas liquid cold water takes a while to heat up to a more median temperature. And that's when you start seeing the really big advantage of liquid cooling.
Was that a little easier to see?
About.
Turn down the brightness a bit.
Looks better on the stream than it does on my PC.
Okay, so there was actually a few things that I was really happy to find through my unpacking lately. And one of them, I'm going to be ordering a part shortly. And this is a hard drive from the home computer back in like 2006. This was like the second hard drive in the family home. So here it is. That fat, 120 gigabyte hard drive.
Oh, look at that.
E-wasted. IDE, take me back.
Is that
half
IDE?
height?
Oh, look at
That's
that.
Yeah, that's a Maxter. 120. That would be. I used to have the model number memorized because I had to buy so many of them. I can't remember now. Well, there's one other IDE hard drive that's forever burned into my memory.
And then, of course, I've got so many hard drives, including the one that's sitting in my external.
I might still have.
Are you ready for this, Bunny?
WD-1600.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Okay. I've got you up, but you're glitching out. Oh, floppy, baby, floppy. Oh, man, Tom is talking dirty tonight.
I should probably open up my tool chest. That is the entire bottom half of my tool chest, and I have a full roller, is full of nothing but old hard drives. I have 8 drawers full of hard drives.
Dude, that is beautiful.
I don't know why I have so many of them. Oh my god! All
Your
those
screen is half and half.
Yeah, I know. There is a. There is
glitch confirmed.
So
this is glorious.
No, I've been helping a guy on Facebook confirm his. I've been helping a guy on Facebook convert his floppy disks, his Commodore floppy disks, over to digital media. That's actually the reason I have these, and that's the reason my Commodore is out, because that thing has a USB port on it. I can copy files straight off of these disks onto image file on the USB drive, and then I suck the whole thing up on the Google Drive so he can download them all.
Wow.
So in a couple days, I'll ship these back to him. But
I was gonna say, are you running any type of diagnostic on the drive before ripping the files to confirm there's no? Oh, what crap! I forgot the bloody term. An old magnetic media where, if it isn't read constantly, the resonance for the sector starts to slowly go down towards unknown.
I only had problems with one disk, and it was, the drive reread a couple of sectors, and it was fine. I sent him all the images, so he's gonna go through and check them all. He was mostly interested in some basic programs that he wrote that he couldn't get converted over for the other computer he's trying to use.
Oh, what's Judd sharing?
Oh, Velociraptor? It is a Velociraptor. Wait.
Oh, look at that.
Man, I remember selling so many Raptor drives back when I worked PC retail to gamers specifically.
Yeah. Oh, pretty.
Oh, the display model.
Oi.
Why is your camera so horrible, Judd?
It's outdated. That's why.
It's like we're watching a checkerboard, and I know you have decent upstream.
It's the camera itself.
There's hardly any light in here. That's why.
Whoa.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Blank.
Yeah, you need to get filled.
Okay, there we go.
Right
very limited production from Western Digital was the Raptor drives with the transparent
Is that functional?
cover. It was
It was functional.
Yeah, no, it was fully functional.
Head is that.
Yeah, no, that was fully functional. It was meant for the early days where you had transparent sides, and you as soon as that came out, I think Cooler Master and Antec actually had models where you could mount a pair of those side by side. So you can run RAID 0 Raptor drives for maximum bandwidth and see the heads moving. It was...
See the heads moving.
I wanted to build a display PC for the company that Judd and I worked for, and they would not approve it. I was so sad.
Judd, what did you find?
You have a dock sitting over here? I just plugged it right in and turned it on. It spun up, and hey, it's still got stuff on it.
I still got data.
That's why I have a bunch of 10 gig drives that I need to go through.
I know, right?
I had a system that was built the year I was born. It came with a massive 5 megabytes of storage. Yes,
yeah,
I've
got two of these in RAID 0.
A couple of the ones that I have over here are all like 500. The smallest one's the 120. But anyways, we should get on to the topics of the evening. I'm sure everyone is with me on that one because we
Real quick.
PS5, right?
Real
Real quick.
Yeah. We went down a bunny hole.
I had two of these clear top Western Digital hard drives in RAID 0. One failed. I sent it in. They sent this back. I'm like, but I don't have the gorgeousness anymore, and this is faster.
Aww.
The days when SSDs were more likely to fail randomly than actually work.
Yeah.
I have a 32 gig SSD that reports itself as being... I'll take a screenshot and send it to you guys sometime. It reports total capacity as something like 3.8 petabytes. Don't try to write anything to it, though. Windows will freak out and crash.
Okay.
How did that happen?
First gen SSD. It is... I'll find it. It's somewhere in one of my mini boxes and plug it in and show you guys. Each time you plug it in, the controller freaks out and spits out random noise for size.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get us onto our first topic of the night, because if I don't, no one else will. So, anyways, oh, hi, Peanut. Working in tech is kind of painful. Yes, agreed with that statement 100%.
Oh, Peanut, you have no idea. I used to run my own business, dealing with small and medium businesses in the mid-2000s. I saw NT4 and NT3.5 systems still running in 2008.
No,
those were primary servers.
Yeah.
Here's painful. You ready for this?
Mm.
I offered to replace a hard drive. I'm not going to name in whose computer. With a 1 terabyte hard drive, and the person I was replacing it went, "So that's smaller than my 500 gigabyte hard drive."
Oh dear Lord.
So after they let your sister out of the hospital,
I'm just going for the obvious
I
one.
wasn't going to say who it was. I also offered to hardwire the house, and she's like, "No, that'll slow down my internet."
Oh dear Lord.
Okay, anyways, back on to topic.
PlayStation 5!
You don't know what this is, which my camera actually is kind of awesome. Do you like that?
Ooh.
So that is the new release for the PlayStation 5 controllers. And that is the first topic of the evening, is PlayStation 5.
I'm not a fan of the new controller. I'm sorry.
I get that.
The
It looks like
PlayStation
an
controller
alien.
that I first touched in the 90s felt great in my hands. It didn't hurt to hold like the NES. NES cramps were a thing in the 80s.
You can hear everybody's keyboards running at the same time.
If I
Tell a
smash mine, it's
customer our software won't work on Windows 3X.
I can't name where.
Ouch.
Because NDA.
Tom is sharing something.
Yes. Hospital that ran a computer to maintain the environment.
Oh, we've got multiple people sharing. And Jim.
I had to give them, I had to source out valid 3.1 install disks.
I'm not sure what Jim's
Microsoft didn't start
sharing.
selling 3.1 till 2016.
May I ask, Jim?
Huh. Figured I'd shake it up a little bit.
I didn't even get to see what you were sharing.
I'm afraid to ask.
You guys, I'll tag that one. No, wait, go back. I can't. He stopped streaming it. I'm so sorry. I'll definitely tag that in the timing for the YouTube thing. So let me jot that down real quick, which is at...
All they're really showing is the controller. Nobody's got the actual console.
Yeah, the controller leaked a while ago. I just find it funny that people are arguing over which one's the better platform. I'm going, you do realize they're both running the exact same chip. Just
Are they?
They're both running Zen 3 architecture systems with embedded AMD graphics. The differences between the two is PlayStation went for wider memory bandwidth, and Microsoft went with higher performance numbers.
Well,
Are they finally going dual screen? Is this a legit image?
Hey, let's first only just talk about PlayStation 5. We are not going to be comparing the two. We are only going to talk console to console, and you, the viewer, make up your own mind.
I mean, is this legit here, Brad, or is this like somebody's mock-up?
That I genuinely don't know. They haven't released anything about the actual shape and what it's going to look like.
Because if they're really going to do dual port output, that's a game changer. No pun intended. Because that's going to allow people to dual screen 2-player games and stuff, which has been
they
kind
were
of
going to do that with PS3 back in the day.
Yeah.
I would have. Oh, good lord! The number of games that I could have. If they'd done that, the PS3 would have been my preferred gaming platform.
Okay, so if you guys want to know what it's going to look like, PlayStation has actually said, hey, we've got a date where we are going to release what it looks like. We're going to give you guys all the information. And that day is June 4th at 1 p.m. PDT, 9 p.m. BST, to see what's in store for the next generation of games. There are already big titles that are saying they will no longer release anything on PlayStation 4 platform.
That's
and
weird
one of them is a game that our very own Judd very much enjoys on his Thursday nights. It's GTA. No shit.
Well, the next generation GTA, which is
so GTA 6 is only going to be on the next generation of consoles.
They've already refused to say that they will not release like that. Entire company's like, nope, we are only going to be on the next gen. You will not see anything else for a 4.
I can't say that I blame them. I mean,
from what Sony was saying at their big dev conference event, they were saying that the difference between the PS4 and PS5 dev kits were basically the performance stats. The actual APIs, the functions, everything you're going to be using were mostly the same.
Yeah, so game titles that are exclusive, that are no longer going to be released for PS4 because the PS5 is coming out, are Godfall, Outriders, Starfield, Watch Dogs, God and Monsters, Lord of the Rings, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. They're going to stop doing updates for that on the PlayStation console.
Even though you can take a PS4 game and insert it into a PS5 from what? Reading between the lines.
Rumors.
I'll
we cannot
clarify that. Rumors.
Tom?
Everyone wants more USBs. That is true. That is so true.
Yeah. I'll have to dig it up. There was a post somewhere, but I think Sony's official Twitter took it down.
So Tom was going to say something. So let's go ahead and Tom's shaking his head.
No, I'm just sitting here being funny.
You're being funny. Oh.
Let's on everything.
You got me full screen, so I was waggling my eyebrows.
Showing off the caterpillars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a rumor as to whether it's going to even include an optical drive. This is like, Please.
That's going to make it difficult to be backwards compatible with PS4. They already said it's going to be backwards compatible with PS4 and some PS3 games.
True.
Yeah, there is that lovely rumor. Actually, it's not a rumor. There's a patent that Sony filed for full backwards compatibility with the PS3. Doesn't say how it works. It's typical software patent, saying they figured out a way to emulate the cell processor with such a degree of accuracy and performance where you could play PS3 games on modern computers with ostensibly no difference.
I wonder if they got smart and put some sort of FPGA in that thing. Well, no, actually, never mind.
Welcome, Jim.
Hey, we have
Yo,
you,
Jimbo! What's happening?
Yeah, rocking his NX01, no less.
Yeah, I just finished the new Lady Gaga album, so I'm ready to talk now.
I love your shirt. Just because there's an elephant on it.
Be right back.
I love your shirt.
Just saying yet.
My brother has a
Love that,
sign
yeah.
from Russia that actually says that in Russian, and I couldn't figure out what the hell. I was like, what is that sign? He's
Okay,
like, that's how you spell yet.
so the estimated sticker shop, and I'm going to actually zoom in on somebody while I say this because Jed's room is making me stress. What they're saying,
Come here.
what they're saying, the sticker price estimated. This is estimated. This is a guess from a lot of people that have looked at the specs. They're estimating that the newest system for PlayStation will cost us, the people that want to buy it, about $500.
That's okay. That's not bad.
So that's estimated.
I mean, what did the PS4 and the Xbox
Less
One
than a
came
car.
out in that range?
So
Yeah, I mean, my PS4 when I bought it launch day was about $450 after tax and shipping. So that's not that big of a stretch. The bigger question I have is how much of a loss are they making on that? That $500 is the line, because they all sell these consoles at a loss. I mean, the PS3 was actually something like $500 or $600 plus to manufacture, and they're selling it for $400.
Yeah, well,
So
I mean,
what's their loss on this console that $500 is an acceptable line?
that's an estimation by the people that are rating the specs of the console. That is not from PlayStation. Let me repeat that.
Okay, yeah, that's
not from PlayStation.
Yeah, they have neither Microsoft nor Sony have actually blinked yet and said a price. They neither blinked.
What? What's the matter?
Okay, so everybody, Judd has gone back in time. He is now 10 years younger, and all because he put on a hat that looks too big for him.
But nobody has said anything about the hat.
I zoomed in on the
Anyone
hat.
else
I'm trying to
afraid of the fact that Tom is gone?
Yeah, you scared Tom right off the screen. Wasn't the PS4 artificially cheap though because Sony was kicking in some of the money because they wanted you to buy a Blu-ray player?
Yeah, but that didn't play Blu-ray.
Well, that was the PS3.
Was that the 3?
Yeah, that was the 3.
Sony was kicking in money for one of them. That's why it was so cheap.
I mean,
I doubt they still need to do that though.
I mean, that was the funny part is the PS4 wouldn't play Ultra HD Blu-rays, but the Xbox
PS4
One would.
Pro. The PS4 Pro came out with that. Or the PS4 came out before Ultra Blu-rays came out. PS4 Pro, when it came out, everyone was saying, "Hey, you should have the ability to play back UHD Blu-rays." Sony said, "No, they want their dedicated players for that." And Microsoft, on the other hand, said, "You know what? We'll do that on the Xbox One S and the X," which is why I bought my X.
Jim, can we see your cat just a little bit more? Because we are getting a lot of fanfare for the kitty cat.
Come here. This is Coconut. He is my rescue Siamese. Meow. Oh, God. Daddy. Put me down.
And apparently is not in the mood to be held.
He's a Siamese.
Yeah.
All the time.
He's like, nope. Let me out.
Easy. I just gave him too much.
Peanut would like Coconut to know that Peanut loves Coconut.
It's okay, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him from the shelter. He was an abused animal, and I spent the last year calming him down.
Yeah. There's been a couple of game nights where you were all gaming and Coconut was rather loud, and we're like, okay.
There you go.
I know cats can be vocal, but damn.
He's very
Siamese
talkative.
are really vocal.
Yeah.
He's-
Fat Cat
he's
is
very
half
talkative.
Bengal, and he yowls. He wakes up the neighborhood. He yowls
Oh,
and talks. He chitters and talks, like all the way to the food, and all the way back to his food dish. He will talk to you.
yeah,
And
it
then
sounds like my
mine's-
corgis.
Mine is tiny little perfectionate meows, though she's very vocal. So.
Yeah, my corgis were insanely vocal.
You love Fat
I
Cat.
love them.
Do I need to get Fat Cat? Just remember, I have had an incident with Fat Cat today where he bit me.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Fat
I don't
Cat's on my
mind.
naughty list.
Vampire.
He has this thing about, like, if you don't say ow right away when he
And he's
touches
back.
you, he, clings on you. So let me go grab Fat Cat so everyone can meet Fat Cat. And then I'll grab Little Miss Briss so you guys can see the difference in Fat Cat, who isn't actually fat anymore. He is just a very large cat.
Yeah.
So let me grab
Yeah, I
him.
thought
He's
he
also
was
been
fat.
shaved
No, he's
because
just
he has
big.
fleas. And the best way to treat fleas is to make sure you don't have all the fur in the way. Especially when the cat is allergic.
So can anybody
Ooh.
see the chat comments except for her? I can't see them. Hello?
Hello, what chat?
Hello.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Tom, I can't hear you. Speak up.
It helps when I don't have the mic muted. So you have to be viewing her,
That does help.
you have to be viewing
Just a
her
bit.
Twitch page in order to
Oh, did you pull a me?
Good boy.
Spend
Okay.
20 minutes talking and
Don't
realizing you
rub
left the
my
mic off?
Yeah,
Why
none
is
of this-
nobody
I
hearing me?
really wanted my
This
sheltered
is
nerd back there.
The funny part is he's not actually fat. He's freaking
Tom.
huge.
He's just a big boy.
Yeah.
So Fat Cat here weighs about 15 pounds.
What's the matter?
He's kind of mad because I'm holding him.
Look at that fat kitty. Oh, now you're full screen. You need to put yourself up there full screen, buddy.
Okay, hold on. I gotta put that down. Hold
Not
on,
full
Fat
screen,
Cat.
but big screen.
Hey, Tom, take a look.
Nope.
He's like,
also
maybe
very
I want
strong.
to.
What are we looking at? The hat?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No.
I saw it already.
So,
What,
Please
did
don't
you
put
see
your
the
paws
other
on
cat
me.
up there?
Ow.
Hey, look at this.
Okay, can I please?
Hey.
Yeah, let's see if they'll talk to each other.
Hmm.
He is being super shy.
What's
What?
up, baby? Come on,
What?
you sit down.
Okay.
Sit down. You're okay.
Okay, so that is Fat Cat. Do not bite me again, please. Fat Cat, no. Fat Cat, no. Please. Thank you. No. I'm gonna get bit again. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll be right back. There we go.
After these messages.
I'm not gonna jinx myself, but...
All right. Crap.
Okay.
Where did I put my drink? You left it in the kitchen. BRB.
So now that I have the chroma key up, if I actually add the XCam split back in, you see the halo mostly goes away. It's still there a little bit, but not as bad as it was.
Okay.
I don't know. Depending on the lighting here. So I figure actually, Jim, when I move, I'm gonna make I'm gonna take one of the rooms of my whatever room I'm streaming in. I'm just gonna paint the entire wall behind me green.
Let me put this back on. I want to hear what everybody's saying.
Okay.
Okay. And then this is Little Miss Briss. This is my cat.
This is Sparta.
So she is considerably smaller, weighing in at 6 pounds. And I just woke her up from a nap.
She seems better behaved too.
Kind of. She is definitely more vocal. I am sorry. Really?
All kind of ready to get down.
Yeah, she's not liking that at all.
That's an odd tail.
It's because I shave her tail into a tuft
Oh,
so
okay.
she can play with it. Because she likes to chase her tail.
Ever do that to you? You're okay.
Yeah. She actually has to be shaved down about every 3 months because when she starts shedding, hi baby. Yeah, I love you too. When she starts shedding, she will eat her fur to the point where she gets really sick. And then she loses weight.
I don't care how much.
So at 2 years old, she weighed in at 3 pounds 6 ounces at 2. It took me so long to get her up to a good weight, and this is as big as she's gotten. And she's getting a little bit of a belly now. At 6 or 7. Oh, also she has the cutest little feet. Hold on. Can I show them your feet? I know you don't like your feet being touched, but look at the little feet. She has little black marks on her feet. Look at her feet. She's like, nope, no, Mom.
Yeah, it's okay. Kind of unhappy sounding.
Yeah, that's not the happy sound. That's the put me the hell down sound.
You still love me? Yeah, you still love me. It's because
I
woke her
like
up.
A cat or a helicopter?
I woke her up.
It's okay.
Yeah. I also smell like Fat Cat, and she wants to kill Fat Cat. She bullies Fat Cat to the point where like he's had to be like wounds taken care of, type injuries. So she is adorable. She is super sweet as long as you don't flinch. If you flinch, you think twice about anything she does, she bullies you.
Really?
Oh, man.
Oh, what
yeah.
was our next thing? You had, let's see, we had, the
Who can
Xbox
see the comments?
series.
Who can see the comments?
Me.
A question for the audience. Who's listened to the new Lady Gaga album?
There's a new Lady Gaga album?
Chromatica came out, I think, today.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of stuff on the webs about it.
I've had my head in a textbook the entire day that I've been conscious.
Okay, so to answer his question, who here has seen the new Lady Gaga album or heard of it? Anybody?
So far nobody's saying anything. Crickets.
My response is, why? It's Lady Gaga.
Who's Lady Gaga?
Oh no.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Now, 07 had actually come up with a new album. I'd be all over that. But
Peanut said no.
They haven't.
Okay, so I guess we will move on to the X series. I apologize that your answer did not get questioned. I love how everyone else is snacking. Where's my cookie?
I'm out of cookies.
At least mine's slightly healthy. It's mixed nuts.
This
Mine
is
a bunch of mixed not healthy
right here.
Like the last of them.
Nice.
Oh, would you like some?
Pig.
I actually have some of those in the pantry, so that is actually an option. I also have veggie straws.
Ooh.
Those are a guilty pleasure of, maximum proportion. Anyways, Xbox X Series, and the console of this, the imagery of this, has dropped.
Xbox Series X.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the naming.
It's black on black. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like a cube that's been stretched up a bit.
It's rectangular. It's a box, literally. So, I just realized that my hair is a complete disaster. Let me fix that. Sorry.
I'm a little surprised. Oh, here it is. We'll go to Microsoft's website. They can't really complain about it showing their website when they want the world to see it.
Exactly.
All right. So here's some.
Hold your thought.
Here's some very used commentary of Microsoft's imagery.
Okay. Thank you. Okay,
And
number
that
one.
is an interesting
Whoever
box.
decided to the person that they paid to do that ad space at the top, that wording. Please, someone kick them. I get that they put punctuation, but still bugs the fuck out of me.
Actually, bothers me is the kerning.
Yeah.
It's a little too stretched out.
I just want to know why
Which-
Microsoft can't just stick with a consistent nomenclature. It's like we already have the Xbox One, so the Xbox One comes out third, and now we have the Xbox. Then we had the Xbox One X. Now we have
You
the
want to know
Xbox
what it's called?
Series X.
Like what it's the project name is? The Xbox when it was announced at E3 2019 was known as Project Scarlet.
Okay, as in the Scarlet Letter.
Shitty.
Yep.
Well, I have a Project Scorpio Xbox One X.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
that's
a
true.
Scorpio, I've got a Scorpio as well.
Peanut's got a great point. He said, well, that's, it comes from Microsoft. Are you honestly surprised? I don't
No,
think.
not really.
No.
Microsoft is not very good at naming products.
Tom, you're 2 months in a row again.
Well, it came up and it just wanted me to share that was 2 months in a row. So
Awesome.
it's like, oh, tell everybody. Like,
His
yeah,
little,
I gave Bunny money that was free. Okay.
Yay! Free money!
Free money. Not really free.
Eating,
But,
So Xbox
Eating
is
chocolate
tooting
cones.
their own horn because on Xbox Wire they released a
flexible
statement
one.
saying that
wouldn't it be more appropriate to say they were playing with their own joystick?
I guess so.
Dot.
Yeah. So the
Phrasing.
Xbox Series X, the most powerful and compatible next-gen console with thousands of games at launch.
How many of
There's
those
a new-
are backwards compatibility games?
There's a new button on the screen. Oh, no, on the controller. There's a new button on the controller. I don't know what it is, but there's a new button.
Right there.
Eh?
Is that
Oh,
the
the third one in the middle beneath the what is it? The share and their equivalent of start.
The one on the left is supposed to be like options, and the one on the right is supposed to be menu or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this is the Xbox button, which,
I really
by
wish
the
that
way,
they would.
real quick, since I've got it sitting right here, I do have the last two Xbox console controllers, along with the last two PlayStation at hand.
Whatever. Run.
Yeah, I love mine.
So I've also got it in. I've got it sitting here with
Oh.
green, and then I have another color. So,
Oh
thank
no!
you.
I broke it! Oh no!
Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. So this is the Xbox One. And this is not name brand. I have no clue where that went. Hold on. I just lost something off my desk. Okay. This is my this is my tiny Xbox 360 controller.
I like those. Yeah.
These
I've got
are
a couple
super
of them.
tiny, and
Oh, I don't care about that. Go.
The Afterglow is my favorite third-party controller, not because of the lights, but because that's the best feeling one I found to use. Aside from
thing
the
is,
actual
I can
controller.
actually pause a game with this fucking controller because I can reach it.
Yeah.
With the name brand, I can't press the button because I can't reach it.
You know, it's funny how influential the Xbox controller is because this is an official Xbox controller, right? This is the Elite, and look at the Minecraft. I mean, that's Minecraft. Look at the Switch Pro controller. I mean,
Yeah.
if you were just looking at them on the, if you were to go pick one up, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I mean, other than the fact that this one's green and camoed, but I mean, this I think has become, even though the PlayStation controller really started the analog handheld controller stuff. Somebody's going to correct me and say it was the GameCube. This one, it's like everybody's now gone to the Xbox one. With
if you guys want to see a quick GameCube controller, I also have those at hand, along with, I've got controllers. I love my consoles. I got a Sega one over there too.
Yeah, I'm odd boy out. My favorite one was still the Dreamcast, except for that wire out of the bottom. That always weirded me out.
I have access to a Dreamcast controller if we need it. Oh,
this is the best controller ever made.
Oh yeah.
Old school Atari joystick.
Actually, what I did is I bought two matching ones. I also have two of these in USB. So if I want to play these on my, if I want to play them on the Commodore, I've got these, and if I want to play them on the emulated games on the PC, I've got the USB version. It's exactly the same. It's just got a USB plug up the end. I even got a number. So which one switch?
Speaking earlier of the PS4, I paid $500 for mine. but that was because of
You got a special
the
edition,
version
right?
that it is.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
20th
first-
anniversary edition,
This is
right?
the 20th anniversary.
And my first Xbox was the Halo edition one. Yeah, and I paid extra for that too.
Oh,
Yeah, the
speaking
Halo
of the
edition
Halo
ones are-
edition, I have a Halo edition Xbox 360 one coming in soon.
Nice.
Yeah. So I had the original white 360, which is sitting over there without its faceplate on because I need to put a new disk drive in it because it's failing slowly. But I took off the faceplate and it just popped out my disk and I'm like, heck yes. So
Yeah, I've had to
I'm
repair
lazy.
my Xboxes. I don't know how many times.
Yeah, I had one of those. I had one of those original ones. A friend of mine sent it to me, and I think I paid her like $150 for the console and like 8 games, and I think I got to use the console once, and it red ringed.
Yeah, depending on the ring, and I actually had someone that told me that they were probably going through a 360 each month. Like they were like, I was like, have you ever cleaned them out? And he's like, no, they don't need clean. They're just a gaming console.
No.
Yeah.
And I knew
You're going
a
through
guy.
a console a month. You've got a problem.
I knew a guy that used to do
Anger
console
issues.
repairs in the 90s. He repaired so many freaking PlayStations because that power supply has nothing but ambient cooling. It just vents. That's it. So if you sat it on the carpet, it would insulate so much it would cook the power supply.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like they were repairing them like crazy. That was a huge issue with the first couple generations of the PlayStation.
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 was known for its overheating issues. But Xbox 360 definitely was as well. So if you guys are just now joining us, we were talking about the Xbox Series X, which my dyslexic ass put in the notes Xbox X Series, because seriously, there's not much of a difference, because we suck at names at Microsoft, I guess.
So I want to know, what is everyone's favorite game on the Xbox? And say Borderlands.
No, mine is actually not Borderlands.
Okay, my first game on Xbox is Skyrim. My grandmother actually stood at release night.
Oh, really?
To get that for me, along with the manual, which I have sitting over there. I've got my manual, my map. I've got the whole thing. And my grandmother is, she was all of 4'7", standing in line to get that game. About 8-hour drive away from where she lives is the nearest place for her to get it. To get that for me for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And that was absolutely the best Christmas present. Borderlands. I kid. I don't have an Xbox. Oh, Peanut. I love Borderlands. As everyone knows, I have all of it on my PC. I've got most of it for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Yeah, I actually think that's it. Oh. What is Tom doing? Oh, it's so tiny.
Oh, is it still shared out?
Bom, 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 bom.
Yeah, it's still sharing out.
Oh, okay.
Right.
There is. Oh, why is the article I'm thinking of not here? Somebody had a picture of who they thought was going to be the next Borderlands, the actress that was going to play in the Borderlands movie.
Ah, yes. And that is actually the next topic, which is the Borderlands adaptation. So there is a...
Here we go. Kate Blanchett is the person they're talking about.
Okay, for which character?
For apparently, I don't know, for Lilith, I think?
Yes.
I think she's just a little old for Lilith. I mean, not that I have, not that I have a problem with older women on movies, but she just doesn't really fit the part that well unless she's playing Borderlands 3, 10 years later Lilith.
I mean, it might depend on how they approach it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cast, so far we've got Gordon Kennedy, Robin Hill, Aiden McCardle,
Gordon Kennedy, you said?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at Gordon Kennedy.
Oh wait, no.
Okay.
Hold on.
Is that him?
This is messing up.
All right.
That is actually wrong information. I pulled up the wrong article. That is for something else.
So here's the guy here's Gordon Kennedy.
Okay. Sorry.
What part would he be playing?
So no, it's the wrong article. That was the speculations. So Eli Roth's Borderlands movie just landed a surprising cast member, which is the Cate Blanchett. Which actually, I'm. Will it stay like that? There we go. I'm actually kind of impressed.
I could see him as the hunter.
Oh.
That's
speculations. I'm going to ignore the ones I've just said. So, I mean, she doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely not. She does not look bad at all. She doesn't fit the image in my mind of Lilith.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie script hails from Craig Mazin, who wrote.
Oh, this is the Borderlands. That's an actual.
Yeah. I pulled up the wrong article because it's something that was done in the past.
Okay. I just made a mistake, and I realized it, and unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. The only audio that was being recorded from my stream was my own microphone audio. That was it. So the last hour and 8 minutes have been just me.
That's going to be a lot of silence. You're going to get some great compression ratios.
Just tell them the performance art. You can get away with it.
Okay. I'm trying to find reasonably accurate articles.
Yeah, the thing is, they're not giving much information.
Yeah, I think that Cate Blanchett one is the only one that's out there right now.
Because the only thing they've announced officially is the producers and the director.
Yeah. Well, just, I mean,
so
who would
they're saying that it's going to be a Mad Max styled Wastelands for Borderlands 3. So it is a Borderlands 3 movie adaptation.
Borderlands 3, huh? Well, I mean, okay, let's face it. Borderlands is Mad Max in space.
Indeed, it is.
I mean, it is really based around the Mad Max aesthetic. Those
with a little firefly thrown in.
Those trucks with the little barrels on top that fly out and explode. I mean, that's straight out of Beyond. That's straight out of Mad Max, The Road Warrior.
Okay.
So they're basing the storyline off of Borderlands 3 and not Borderlands, even though it's the Borderlands movie.
I have a feeling that it's going to be something else entirely. I don't think they're going to take any of the video games and turn the video games into a film, because that would be silly.
How much you want to bet they're going to pull a U-Bowl?
Oh, please no. Please no.
A U-Bowl. He's he's an infamous German filmmaker.
I'm going to read this, and this is going to be like quote for quote from the Looper release of this on March 3rd. It says, the Full Circle Cinema reported this supposed centering of a female protagonist as an exclusive story back in June of 2019 when they first announced it. So it is going to be circulated around Lilith's story, if this is to be believed.
Right, and there's so much story to tell about Lilith, about the events that happened both before the first Borderlands game and in between the game. I mean, look at the pre-sequel. You know, there's so much happened during the pre-sequel era that led up to the first Borderlands game, and then all the stuff that happened between 2 and 3. I mean, how did they get to be where they are? How did everybody get separated? I mean, yeah, how did the twins come to be? There's a whole lot. Even if you're going to be in the middle of that sequence, I mean, obviously her story ends with 3. So, sorry, let me try that again.
Well, I have not finished
spoiler,
3. I still haven't really started.
Her story ends with 3.
Yeah.
But you know,
bad Tom.
there's so much you can still tell in that universe.
Mhm.
And I mean, good Lord. I mean, I would love to see the adventures of Lilith, Tiny Tina, and Brick. You know, I mean, going out there and
Oh yeah, Tiny Tina would be a blast.
dude, Tiny Tina was easily my favorite character in Borderlands 2.
Oh yeah.
Not so much 3, sadly. I didn't like her I didn't like grown up Tina so much. I thought 13-year-old Tina was hilarious.
Yeah, running around with a teddy bear stuffed with dynamite.
Yeah.
I was like,
the thing is,
yes.
I could really connect to Tiny Tina at both stages.
Mm-hmm.
Because she really came into her own, but she also found the father figure. You know,
yeah.
she really had a really rough start, and she finally found that father figure, which helped her grow into a different personality. You know, and that's how real
bomber that she became. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, she did change, and that's what teenagers do. You know, trust me, if you knew me as a teenager and then you saw me now, you'd be like, that's not the same bunny. So yeah. Anyways, if anyone's wondering, Blanchett, who is
what? No.
going to be the actress that plays Lilith, is actually in her 50s. So that's why it's kind of shocking for a lot of people that are like, well, Lilith's pretty young. You know, that's why.
Yeah, these are all people that are these were all mercenaries, the people in the first movie. I mean, you don't I mean, you see old mercenaries and you see bold mercenaries, but you don't see old bold mercenaries.
Yeah.
I you know, even like what was it when Charlize Theron played that spy in that movie recently? That was
Atomic
beginning.
Blonde?
Yeah, that was starting to get a little unbelievable with how much
physicality
she required.
Release on Forbes for the movie, for the cast, she is the only one that has been confirmed as a cast member for the movie.
Confirmed by who?
By the director. By Eli. The guy who's doing this. That's the only one that he's actually confirmed. He's also talked about at PAX, he was talking about having cosplayers in the background.
Huh?
That could be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Cosplayers.
I mean, look what they did
at that 15 minutes of fame, you know?
Like they did in they did that in The Matrix. I mean,
thank you so much,
they
Peanut.
went to an actual club, you know, an actual B&D club, and like fetish club, I should say, and that was the background for that scene in the club. It was just a working, you know, working institution.
Sorry,
so
I called him Eli. We're talking Eli Roth. That's the only person he's confirmed so far, even though people are dying to know more. Okay, so
Michael Pena is Salvador. Who's with me?
Ooh.
Can you pull up a picture, please?
Michael Pena. Oh, the
Who
comic
would
actor.
play Marcus?
Marcus? Oh man, who did
that guy that used to run the liquor store where we lived in Crest? That's who ought to do it.
Oh yeah, because he literally was Marcus.
I mean, he looked like Marcus.
Even the fact that he was. Yeah, well, he was even the right. I mean,
Danny. Oh gosh, no, not Danny DeVito. No, not Danny DeVito.
No, he's not old enough to keep up with the action.
I would laugh. I would like to put someone like this playing one of the mercenaries.
Oh, damn it. You know who would actually be really good at playing Marcus?
Who?
I can't remember the actor's name for the life of me. He's one of the guys that's always in the Sandler flicks.
Can you name a Sandler flick he's in?
He's part of the crew, so he's in. You know what? IMDb. Okay, IMDb. I'll go look at the bloody thing up.
Okay. As he goes and searches.
To the interwebs.
But yeah, no, anyways. I mean, having cosplayers as certain people that will be in there would be pretty good, especially for the many bad guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at these people. Some of these people make such good, like this Maya here. I mean, that's really well done, and that's all her. She didn't go pay a props department and a costume department and that's not a $200,000 outfit right there. How much did those spacesuits cost on Next Generation, Jim? Was it like $10,000 an outfit or something like that?
The actual
Dear
space
Lord.
suit?
The uniforms, they called them spacesuits, but
Oh no, those didn't cost that much.
they were several $1,000s each to make those things. They're look at that. I mean, there's some psychos right there. That would be. I could totally see them pulling off parts as extras and.
Yeah, I totally get that.
That's easily movie quality. Some of this stuff is. I mean, some of it's maybe.
Oh man, they could have their choice of actresses. For,
look at that siren.
Moxie.
Oh, dude, yeah.
No, there's only one person that could pull off Moxie.
Oh.
And would actually do it well.
Oh.
Christina Hendricks.
Yes. I don't know. I think she's got the physicality for it, but I don't think she's got quite the right voice and attitude. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, some of them. Well,
No.
She's a good actress. I
don't really see her for this type of movie.
Maybe.
I mean, you guys see. You guys.
I saw her in something. I saw her in something a few years ago, and she blew me away. I had not realized how good she was.
I think she was excellent in Mad Men. I mean, everyone thought she was eye candy, and then as the story progressed, you just went.
No, I could see her.
She's kind of the powerhouse.
I could see her in a Moxie outfit. With that attitude. Yeah, I was thinking of somebody else.
They would definitely have to dye her hair though.
Absolutely, and that beautiful red hair. I mean.
Or
no.
Considering what
I'm from a family of gingers. Red hair is not that impressive. Just saying.
They would probably end up doing a wig because depending on which version of her you go with, it's very stylistic, and so I'm kind of curious what they would do with it. Found him. John Turturro.
John Turturro.
Spell his last name.
Turturro.
John Turturro.
So, the Good Shepherd, oh brother, where art thou? The guy's got acting chops.
You see him as Marcus?
I don't see him as Marcus.
Marcus is the gun dealer, right?
Yeah.
Or am I getting two people mixed up?
No, that's Marcus.
No, Marcus is the gun dealer.
Because he's really good with the comical lines and just
keep in mind we're all thinking of the characters that we see on the game, but I mean they don't necessarily have to be. When you start casting people for a
something that can embody the idea of the character.
Yeah, it's more about the character than about just the appearance.
Oh no, I'm not thinking about him for the appearance. I'm thinking for the way he tends to play characters.
He can be really good. He can be really good, kind of. And Marcus is a little bit of a psycho. I could see him being that. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of when he gets into some of the serious roles, he has that really unsettling stare.
He's good at that understated. Oh, dude, I was watching a series on. I can't remember what network it was on. It was the crazy guy. It was the crazy guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he was doing that like the staring thing, and it would just be like. So, he screwed my mother. It was just, and the way he did it was just with the crazy eyes, and I could see him playing a part like that. He doesn't have the gravitas needed to play Marcus.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
What? Peanut, explain your question.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry Crews. Terry Crews in anything. I mean,
he would be an interesting role.
You don't have to explain.
I'm sorry, but I'd vote for President Camacho without a doubt.
Oh yeah, he'd make a great Roland. And he was hilarious in Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well, by the way. The guy I'm thinking of was.
Jim, did you want to say something?
Yeah, as I was talking about earlier.
Okay,
this could be a U-Bowl situation.
I said Jim, but okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Does anybody know about U-Bowl?
Yes.
No.
Besides Brad, we know him.
You're going to have to explain it to us.
He is an infamous German filmmaker. That there was a loophole. I don't know if it's been cut or not, but he could get the German government to pay for his films, and he would get licensing for different things. I forget, he did several famous games as movies. The problem was that he would get licensing for the name. He'd get the general idea. Oh, this takes place in medieval times? Okay, that's all I need. And
he would completely change like Starship Troopers.
Nothing to do with the original game, but it had the same name of it.
Yeah, Blood Rain had nothing to do with the games.
Yeah.
It was...
The movies would flop, and he was at nothing because it was the German government that was funding it.
Yeah, he's a character. The one movie that actually he almost got banned for releasing in the U.S. was his movie Postal, based on the Postal games. And the running gag was that the Postal creators kept trying to kill him in the movie for ruining their game.
Quick comment. Starship Troopers is a treasure and has nothing in common with the books. That is from our Peanuts.
That is correct. The movie Starship Troopers, the movie was a fun movie, but it was not the book. It really was not.
No.
Really? Because both the movie and the book were a critique of fascism. I thought they had a lot to do together.
Yeah, but they changed so much.
You didn't read deep enough.
And all the fun stuff they took out. The fun stuff that I really enjoyed about the book. Here's the guy I'm thinking of.
You're no longer sharing.
I know, and I'm doing it on purpose because I accidentally shared some personal stuff that I'd rather not have had up on the screen.
Okay, well, I didn't have you full screen.
So give me a second. I'm trying to find the guy's picture so I can
didn't have you full screen for a little while there. I had Jet full screen.
Yeah.
So.
Pimento is the character's name, and the guy is John Mantzoukas or something like that. I can't pronounce it. And now it's like not showing me anything. Chrome is like nothing. That's great, Chrome. That's great. Thanks, Chrome.
Yeah, it worked well.
So I'm not gonna look. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I could see him as like maybe not as Marcus, but like he's got this one bit. I'll have to find the bit.
You have to see him in The League. He plays out and out crazy guy, and
Crazy
it is
Earl.
hilarious.
Crazy Earl. That is from our Peanut once again in the gallery there. Also, thank you for being here, Peanut. You are a treasure to have with us. I'm pretty sure Kinky Panda has probably gone off to do the Kinky Panda drunk thing, but I was glad that Panda stopped in as well. I'm going to go ahead and stop looking at Tom's stuff because he's searching through Google.
The Google machine.
So, anyways, I mean, we actually covered quite a bit on the Borderlands adaptation. I know that we could speculate all day, all night on actresses and actors that we would love to see in this movie. But sadly, we have two other topics that we wanted to cover tonight, and we need to be moving on. Are you going to be okay with that, Tom? Because you look pained.
I'm done. I'm done searching for Jason Mantzoukas stuff.
Okay. So our next topic is the gaming dating app.
Oh God. Oh God. The first thought that went through my head when I heard that statement come out of your mouth. How many dudes are going to be playing as women?
Oh.
Dude, the article came from the Times of India.
Yes.
So don't trust it.
Well, it would be what? 80 to 90% men, regardless of anything, especially online.
Kippo raises $2 million for a dating app for gamers. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, let's face it. There's already dozens of personal sites out there for gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's plenty. I mean,
Crunchyroll.
Did you say Crunchyroll?
That wasn't me. I didn't say that.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, there's a site that I get in trouble for writing comments on.
Yeah, so there is So one thing that got to me was the fact that it's like I've been seeing a lot in the news about the fact that they've raised so much money to seed the project. As Tom had read earlier, the dating app for gamers raises $2 million to fund it. And yeah, it's going to originally launch in India to start off. But it was just a thing that like caught my attention because they were talking about how to make it where gamers and people that are using this app aren't as damaged by being turned down. Like that was a rumor of this. It's to help protect those who are going through the dating app and may not be having luck.
Well, let's face it. I mean, being a guy, and my biggest problem with asking women out is I know enough about how women are treated that I feel like every woman that I encounter that's at all appropriate for me is already been asked out by 10 guys today. And I'm like, I don't want to be number 11.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, that's what this app is trying to aim to do, is they're trying to get the gamer image away from, like, the basement dwellers or the gamers that live solely with their mothers and so on and so forth, and trying to bring a new voice to gamers and giving them a platform to where they can connect with fellow gamers.
The thing is, this is going to fail, 100% guaranteed,
yes.
And here's why. And here is why. When the dating site for cheaters, I won't mention their name, when the dating site for cheaters was in their heyday, as it turns out, they were fraudulently posting pictures of women that didn't exist. They were taking stock photos, images of models, and creating fake profiles to lure men in to use their site. The fact, and on every dating site I've ever seen, the ratio of men to women is already hugely imbalanced on the men's side.
Yes.
Now you add in gaming to that, where the ratio is already 50-1, 100-1. You're gonna get 1,000 guys chasing that one girl.
Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. And even though I'm divorced, everyone knows this. I'm divorced. I am not going to put myself on a dating website, dating app. I've never downloaded them. I'm not going to download them now. And the thing is, that's just my preference.
The simple fact is that especially in our culture, our culture right now, women already have the power when it comes to dating. Well, no, they do. They have the ability to select from several people, whereas men are like, I'll date the first woman that comes along that says yes. Just in the gaming community, because face it, there's a huge imbalance, and even out in the world, just like people I know, it's a lot easier for women to make themselves available than for men to ask women out, and it's just, I don't know if it's, and maybe
Do you think
I'm
that maybe
hanging out
is
with wrong group
a
of people.
socially inept part of society, like where
I think as studies have been done, and men are terrible at knowing when women are interested. They're awful.
I'm horrible. I have like people that will flirt or say something, and I'm like, oh, that's a very nice compliment, thank you. And they're like, so would you be interested in going out sometime? And I'm like, what? Yeah. They're like, yeah, I've been showing that I'm like, oh shit, sorry.
I've seen some surveys done, and they did some actual I don't remember where I read this, so it's really
catfishing. Catfishing goes both ways.
But coming back to coming back to my point, men are terrible at the social side of knowing when women are interested, and the surveys that I saw, like literally, they would ask the men and the woman, they would, what do you think? What do you think she's thinking right now? And then they turn around to her. What are you actually thinking right now? Guys are awful at it. But the second part of that is women are terrible at cueing guys in without being like too subtle about it, or without being,
So real quick public service announcement to any ladies that happen to be watching. Men can't read our minds, and if I ever hear any female anywhere near me ask a guy this one phrase, I might hit them. What are you thinking? I absolutely fucking hate that shit. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways. yeah, no, I'm sorry, but it's like
I'm thinking about how to raise the
communication.
DPS on my hunting
Communication
rifle right
is the biggest breakdown when it comes between any romantic anything. Doesn't matter on gender. As
But
a
for
guy,
me,
I can say
yeah.
for sure we are not thinking.
Say that again?
Peanut has just said, as a guy, I can say for sure we are not thinking. Tom, I think we all know that I am far from manly, even though I have like the most awesome eyebrows.
You have great eyebrows.
I do. I've got like these pitch black eyebrows.
No, it's true. I mean, but getting back to my point, I believe that in society right now, women already have a disproportionate amount of the power when it comes to meeting and beginning social relationships.
I had the worst time. The thing is, like,
but
you guys might not believe this. Like, I didn't date much. I really like lackluster dating life. I was plain Jane. I really was. I did not blossom until I was like 19. And I was super tomboyish and really just basically put anyone at like arm's length. Anyone. It doesn't matter.
What were you trying to say, Jim? He's cleared his throat like 8 times now.
I have not.
Oh, so the Oz were... See, this is the Oz were something else.
There was a couple of the Oz in there where you keep saying that women are controlling this and that. So yeah, wait till 40, and then it's exactly the opposite.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Once you hit a certain age, the guys that are newly divorced from their women the same age as they are looking for 20-year-old somethings to date. That's true. No, that's absolutely true.
Okay,
or you could talk to normal guys that are looking for people their own age to date, Nom. And that would be a shock.
Yeah, so my parents are actually freshly divorced in their 50s, going into their 60s. And neither one of them are looking for anyone younger. My dad's having an issue where he's atheist in the South, looking for a date.
Oh, boy.
Looking for love in all the wrong places, baby.
Oh, yeah, and the last one was crazy.
So then coming back to your topic, a dating site targeted at gamers is going to be either a lake full of catfish.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be an empty lake. Well, it's going to be 1,000 guys for one woman, because already a woman gamer that wants to find a date is not going to have a problem finding a date. And then on top of that, so you've got a pool of guys that are having trouble finding a date, and women that are having trouble finding a date. That's a little tiny. Now, whether the date's quality, that's a different conversation.
I mean, they'd want a date would be a big question.
Well, that's another question.
It's different. It's different for us because we're older. I mean, back when we were the 20-year-old gamers that couldn't get a date, there weren't a lot of girls playing games. That's not the case now. There's lots of girls that play games.
Very true.
I mean, hell, I got a date out of a D&D adventure campaign.
Okay, so real quick, Peanut, we had a comment from
so go ahead, Peanut.
Those watching. So Peanut says, there are two sides to it. A huge number of people are afraid of making the other party uncomfortable and misinterpreting signals.
Yes.
So by the way, I'm sitting like 5 feet away from my monitor without my glasses, so it's great.
And that comes back to the predator. That comes back to the predator prey paradigm that we have created in this country.
Okay, I don't know if you can.
Comes to dating. You okay, Jim? You disappeared.
Yeah, he was trying to ask if we can hear him, and he was cutting out really bad.
Yeah.
Now we got a great shot of your butt.
But yes, Peanut, you make an excellent point, and I've only dated a handful of people, and the thing is, I've gone out on dates, where someone's like, hey, you want to go to a movie? And yeah, it is super awkward, and I think it really depends on what exactly someone is there are a lot of people that are looking for someone just to spend time with, and then there are people that are looking for the marriage material. And there are a lot of dating sites out there for.
No, we lost him altogether.
And we lost him.
Yeah, but there are dating sites all over the place for all varieties. And then there's the old school way of dating. And I mean, it's up to your preference. You as a person make that decision. But yes, I agree with Tom. I do feel that a gaming dating app is going to turn into catfishing. Because you've got that in all mediums already. You have tons of catfishing.
Yeah, and of course, catfishing wouldn't be so popular if it weren't effective, and it wouldn't be effective if it weren't for the fact there are desperate people out there of both sexes.
Yeah, my dad keeps running into the foreign women who are trying to get to the U.S. and get a visa on all the apps that say, oh, they're local. Well, they can be local if you pay for them to come over.
Yeah.
And he's just I am not up for that.
I remember about 20 years ago, I actually called a personals ad, and it turned out to be a married couple that wanted to sponsor. No, not like that. No, it was a married couple that was trying to sponsor other Russian women to come to the U.S. by hooking them up with guys. And I talked to them for about 10 minutes, and I realized that this was a visa mill.
Oh,
And I ended up having a long conversation, but mostly because I was curious about their what they were doing and how they were doing it, not because I was really interested. But yeah, it's just
understandable.
I've been single for a long time partly because I just haven't found anybody that really fits me all that well, and I would rather be single than have another bad relationship. But part of it is, even if I find women that I think might be interested, I'm too nervous to jump in there because I know this woman's already had 10 guys, perving on her today. I don't want to be number 11.
Yeah, by the way, if anyone's wondering, this group of guys right here, these are my best friends because they have been there and supportive of every little thing that's happened in the last 5 years. Honestly, these are the best guys to go to if you have any problem.
No, we're horrible. We're horrible. We're horrible.
No. I give bad advice on purpose for a reason.
Yeah, don't ever see that.
By the way, did I make Judd turn red?
Whenever you ask Brad for advice, do the opposite.
Wait. Did you just quote Rule 3B on me? Damn it, I haven't heard that in a while.
But yeah, no. So they are great, and I'm glad that I've got Starport Omega. I'm glad that I'm a part of the group of Starport Omega. Which, by the way, it was Starbase for a while, so I've got to get used to saying Starport.
Well, this did start out as when I created the channel, I literally just wanted a place for me and Jim to hang out, and then I started inviting other people that were in part of the previous group. The Derp crew, the what was the name of that? The Genesis crew. And Genesis started out, by the way, just a little bit of background, as a Star Trek Online community. And the comic author Greg Dean started a crew, the Genesis Project, and Judd managed to secure a TeamSpeak server. And so there's been some variation on that crew now going on good for the last 10 years. I don't know how long is Star Trek Online? When did they come out?
2011.
2011.
February
Yeah,
2011,
I mean it's been almost a decade since we've been hanging out in one form or another.
So they've been going strong for 9 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember playing. Damn, I still had a house to myself back then. We're sitting in my garage, chain smoking cigarettes, playing Star Trek Online.
Bad.
It's been a while. It was either that or go back to
Tom,
World of Warcraft. And thank you.
Should I look?
You can look.
Do I want to look?
Ah!
Oh, no, it's our next topic.
Yeah, I was hoping to get Jim back before we moved on to our next topic.
Oh man,
because
I'm telling you,
the two of you have actually.
I saw the trailer on Ars Technica, and my heart was so filled with glee because I
haven't even seen the trailer.
Am a huge sci-fi nerd, right? But when I heard our glorious commander-in-chief's announcement that he was forming a new military force, I laughed my head off. I thought it was the dumbest thing I'd ever heard of. And we already have the Air Force. The Air Force already does space launches. The Air Force already manages our military side of our space program. Why do we need a dedicated force for it? So along comes Netflix, and Steve Carell, the leader of The Office, which is one of the most popular comedies on television. And
I didn't find it. That's
I
just
didn't,
me.
and that's the thing is I didn't really like the show that much myself, but everybody that I knew loved it, and it's like, and I like him as an actor. So I mean, when I heard about this, when I saw him and the little clip he did where he was singing the Beach Boys song in his office, and then just like turns around and puts his military or air back on and walks out the door, I knew this was going to be something special.
Hey.
And I laughed so hard watching the pilot episode. I absolutely loved it. Hey Jim, welcome back. You okay?
It's happening. Yeah, we had a little computer problem.
Oh.
That's what I get for trying to play Fallout 76 while we're talking.
I knew it.
I was wondering why you weren't talking that much this round.
So,
by the way,
I'm not gonna throw any spoilers out there, but I think that first of all, everyone that watched The Office should watch this because it is more Space Force. I'm sorry, no, that's not correct. It is Space Force.
I was just say no spoilers because I was going to watch that right after we finish this podcast. I'm going to clear the scanner off my freaking couch. I'm going to watch it on my actual TV.
I will only say that this really is a fusion of The Office and military comedy. I mean, I can't even think of what.
So,
I mean,
Pentagon Papers meets The Office.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the first at the beginning of the pilot. He's getting his 4-star promotion. There's like 3 people in the room, and he starts to give a speech, and the dude in the back of the room's like, "Come on, wrap it up." This is a 4-star general. There is no higher rank in the Air Force. He's being promoted to the highest rank in the Air Force, and they're like.
And we do have a comment from the viewers. Peanut says Space Force is fine as a division of the Air Force, like the USMC is part of the Navy, but it serves no real purpose at this time. Hit me up when I can be a shuttle door runner.
Yeah,
or gunner.
Sorry, gunner.
And see, I actually made a mistaken assumption, and I aired my assumption on somewhere and got pretty much soundly rebuffed for it. I was under the impression first that Space Force was going to field military hardware in space. It was literally going to carry guns and rockets and bombs. Apparently, that is not the case. Apparently, they are going to continue a relatively peaceful mission, that being observation and communications, I guess. And the other thing that I was mistaken on is I thought it was illegal by treaty to put weapons in space, and apparently that's only weapons of mass destruction. So we can't put a nuclear bomb in orbit, but we could send a military shuttlecraft up and have armed soldiers on the shuttlecraft. Why you would do that, I have no idea. I mean, are we gonna overtake Mir? I mean,
I'm pretty sure we have.
Sorry, what's that?
I said all of the Apollo astronauts were armed. They had
that I did not know.
They had small arms in their ship.
I'm genuinely curious why.
In case they ran into aliens.
No, because they didn't know if they'd need them or not. They had no idea, so they packed them just in case.
And all of the Apollo astronauts, in fact, all of the space program astronauts before the shuttle, every single man who went into space was a military officer. There were no civilians in space up until the STS launched.
One of the reasons for weapons on spacecrafts is when spacecraft, like when they're re-entering the atmosphere, you don't know, like now we can pinpoint it, but back in the day, they didn't know where they were going to land, and depending on like where you land, thank you for the follow, you could end up in the wilderness you could end up in wilderness, like Russian astronauts. They could end up, being chased by a pack of fucking wolves.
Oh yeah, no. Oh crap. It was a mandatory book I read in elementary school. The Hatchet. The end of the story, the guy ends up becoming the primary trainer for astronauts and pilots for wilderness survival.
I don't remember that
because you don't know when you're going to bail. Like you were saying before, it's a very good point. I didn't think about that because the standard survival kit includes a small battle rifle and a sidearm. I don't know if all of them include the battle rifle, but I know they do carry a sidearm of some type.
And I've been told by private pilots that you always pack for the territory you're crossing, not where you're going.
Yeah.
So let's say you're crossing the Rockies to go to Colorado or to go to let's see, where would that be over there? Let's say you're crossing the Rockies to go to Utah, the Sierra Nevadas to go to Utah, and it's even if it's the middle of the summer, you're going to be crossing snow caps, peaks. So you make sure to pack a heavy coat and
thermals.
Boots. Yeah.
I've been stuck in -0 weather before. That is, I don't care how many layers of clothing you wear, it still hurts.
So I mean, my verdict. I don't know. What do you? Jim's watched the first few episodes as well. You think that's a watch or a pass, Jim? On Space Force.
If you like The Office, you'll like this. It had its moments for me. I don't know if I'll finish it, but it definitely had its moments that I was laughing out loud. It's really not my kind of show. It's more silly than it is funny to me, but it wasn't bad.
You can ask my kid. I was laughing my head off when I watched during my lunch break.
Steve Carell is one of my more favorite actors, so I'll give anything he's in at least a shot. Especially after Anchorman. He had me rolling.
I need to watch that.
So, by the way, I keep panning over here to Jim because his cat is being like super fucking affectionate.
My cat loves me.
Yeah.
Well, this is the cat that wouldn't. This is the cat that wouldn't let him hold him a couple of months ago. That's the part that's amazing is watching the transformation in this animal.
Well, it's like I said, he was really an abused animal, and I've had him almost 2 years now, and I've definitely put a lot of work into it.
Just do not do your Cartman impression and yell "bad kitty" at him because he will disappear.
Cat is love. Cat is life.
Jim and I were doing a Cartman one night, and Jim yells "bad kitty, bad kitty," and the kid he's like, "Where'd the cat go?" Apparently, that's a trigger phrase. Apparently, whoever had him before would yell "bad kitty" and then.
Well, that in a 2-liter bottle. I guess they must have hit him with it or something because I would pick one up, take the cap off. I would take the cap off, and he would his eyes would get as big around as saucers, and he would just flee.
Yeah.
And the thing that the irony about that is Jim has a shrine to Diet Mountain Dew in his backyard.
Yes, I do.
Drink so many of them.
That's very true.
So just to note, Jim changed his shirt.
Cat is love. I'm a dog person.
Oh, you noticed?
Change your shirt.
Oh, yeah, yours was red before.
Yeah, I have that one too, and I'm not sure where it is, but I have that one too.
Speaking of abused animals, my old dog Ginger, we got her. She's about a year old. No idea what had happened to her before because we always get pound puppies. She would be fine, but she was real skittish. If you had a remote in your hand, she wouldn't be in the room.
Oh.
I have no idea. It didn't matter what the color, what the size was. If it looked like a remote or something along those lines, she'd be gone.
Yeah. I had my dog baby, a German Shepherd, for 18 good years, and for 18 good years, she had a pretty good home. So we got her as a pup. Not to say that, I was the original owner in my family, but she was definitely my dog in the end. So
Peanut Gorilla says dogs are great too. I love all animals as Steve Irwin would have wanted.
That's excellent.
I miss my corgi, but unfortunately she passed.
I feel
and
for
that
you.
was that. And the funny part is she wasn't actually my dog. She was my friend's dog. But I was the one that handled her when we first got her. We rescued her from an abusive breeder. And it took almost 2 years for her to finally come out of her shell and actually start acting like a regular dog and not this freaked out, abused animal that doesn't want to be near humans. And if you get near her food bowl, would lose it. Even if it's empty, she would go nuts. And then as she came out of her shell, I'd be sitting on my gray couch in my old house, as Tom remembers. And she'd hop up, and since it was so low to the ground, she could jump up on it, and I'd be on my laptop, and she'd just like nuzzle up and then paw, paw, paw. Come on, give me some attention, damn it.
So Tom, what are you sharing now?
We were talking about the gamer app in the Indian gamer app, and we've already got one.
Yeah.
LFG dating.
Appropriate use of that acronym, actually.
Hey, here's a question for the group while I've got you all together. I'm thinking about upgrading my computer. Surprisingly enough, I have right at $1,200. I need a new board, chip, and RAM. Any thoughts?
Oh gosh, right off the top of my head,
Did you get your stimulus check today?
Yeah, I didn't get it today, but I got it. I was actually thinking about giving AMD a try.
I'd probably go with like a Ryzen, and I would stick with your 2080 Super, but
Definitely.
I'd go with a Ryzen and like 32 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a board, chip, and RAM. I'm not looking at doing the whole thing.
Make sure you get the fastest RAM you can, because Ryzen loves fast RAM.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'm sitting here
what about you guys in chat over there? You got any suggestions? Any particular
does
brands?
Anyone have like their favorite?
I've been a fan of Gigabyte and MSI for a while, and I've used both and not had any real problems with either brand.
Don't touch MSI's low-end X570.
RAM.com. Yeah.
I was actually looking at Asus boards.
I actually had someone ask me in a tech store how to download more RAM. I wasn't sure they were joking.
I've worked at a computer store for a while, and I have definitely had that question. Because that was about the time when all those scam sites started showing up. You know, the ones where you could buy the app and it was the RAM doubler and the RAM compressor, and fortunately,
the battery savers.
Fortunately, thank all the forces of nature and light combined. Things like disk doubler had gone away. What was it? What was the name of that first disk doubler program, Jim? Was it called disk doubler or was it called something else?
Stacker, and then didn't they rename it to Double Space?
They had Stacker, and then Microsoft bought the license to it and put it on DOS 6.2, I think.
Double Space was Microsoft's license of Stacker, yes, I think, because there was another one as well. Yeah,
and then they had to rename it because of a lawsuit.
Whatever it was, it didn't last very long. I mean, they had it in DOS 6 and then it disappeared. They actually took it out of later versions of DOS 6. And then they have file system compression in Windows now, but it's at the file level, not at the
sector level.
Okay, so this is back on the pet thing real quick.
Yeah. More
so I was quite nerdy. So when I got rabbits,
my front yard.
So these were actually my third rabbit, and they were brothers that couldn't be separated. I named this one Monty because he's got red eyes.
Gee, I wonder why.
And then that one, he actually had a deformity where he stopped growing, so he never got like much bigger. And the thing is, he stopped growing, but his insides didn't. So we weren't expecting to have him very long. But,
it's like Tay-Sachs syndrome.
Yeah. And then, so we had Monty and Conrad. And then I had a female rabbit later down the road named Athena. Because, I mean...
Do I have your attention?
Yeah, you definitely have your cat's attention.
Come on.
I had pet rabbits on and off. Sadly, my last one died because I had a memory pang, had to rush to work and forgot to put the bottle of frozen water in his cage so that he would survive the heat. Even with the AC set to like maintain 90, it was still too damn hot for him.
Yeah.
So I ended up coming home to a very, very RIP rabbit, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah, no.
Okay, how do you do the cheers emote? There it is.
Yeah, I made it purple because I like purple. So
I'm gonna just do mine because it's different.
So yeah, so my first rabbit was Nai. Night, Kanky. I'm glad that
Hi,
you enjoyed
Panda.
it. Thank you for joining us, Kanky Panda. It's always great to have you, and I hope you have a great night. Sleep well.
Live long and prosper.
This is my dog, Ginger.
Ginger was a sweetheart.
Yeah, skittish as hell, but she was a lovely dog.
Yeah, it took her quite a few trips for her to get to like warm up to me, but once she did, she wouldn't leave me alone. Which, as a dog person, I'm perfectly fine with, except when she decided that my lap was where she needed to be while my laptop was on it.
Yeah.
That happened once, and I was just like, boom, pull the laptop out from under her. I was like, okay, enough.
So yeah,
this is my Snickers bar.
Yeah.
This is my avatar.
I don't have any pets.
So the
closest I have a pet to a pet is my R2D2 back here.
Yeah, so I had a number of animals. I also had 3 service dogs.
And my sugar dog.
Aw, Sugar.
Oh, Sugar.
So yeah,
Sugar was a lot.
So I had 3 service dogs before I was 16. I had Honda, and Honda had that rare disorder where their stomach twists, and if you don't catch it soon enough, it will kill them, and that's what happened to her. R2D2. So that's what happened to her, and then Rudy, which when we got Rudy, he was actually older than I was, and he was a Chow Collie mix, and he was actually a gift from the my dad's boss on the military base when we lived up north. So he was my first like official service dog. And then we got Kaya, and he was a purebred German short-haired pointer. And he was a massive eater. So those were like, my the dog's like closest to me, and then Baby was just our pet. She was just our pet dog. So I also had hamsters, lizards, snake, even though my mom did not like the snake. Rabbits.
Pet snakes are awesome. They're super low maintenance.
Yeah, I had a knack for getting animals that are injured or sick, getting them to good health, and rehelming them.
That's actually a pretty awesome skill that I wish more people would have.
Yeah.
Because both the corgis I had were rescues, and we got one literally. We were gonna, me and my ex were talking about whether to get her or not, and we asked how long. That's when we found out that she was gonna be put down in the next 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So even though we weren't planning on getting her right then, it's like, all right, this is literally a life and death decision now. So we took her home, and that little furry escape artist managed to get through a gate that was 3 inches wide.
Yeah.
I don't know how she got her head through it. Her head was wider than 3 inches.
Jim has a similar story about his cat.
Which one?
The one you have now. You went to the shelter and you were like, I'm going to go home and talk about it.
Yeah, it's actually, I had not planned on going to the shelter that day. My mom went down because she likes to look at the animals. And she's like, go down and check this one cat out. Seems like you'd like it. And I went down there. I'm like, I don't know. They had just brought in a big dog, and he was scared and hiding underneath the chair. And I'm like, I don't know. That's an awful lot. And they said, well, if you like him, you need to take him today because he's scheduled for destruction tomorrow. So I brought him home.
I'm starting to feel like these animal shelters are like used car lots where, I've got a couple of people that are interested in that car. In fact, one couple's coming back tonight. So, if you don't pick it up now, you might not get the chance.
Yeah.
You know what? They haul dead bodies out of there all day long in barrels.
And
too.
and like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but on online shopping sites, it'll be like, only 3 left. Get yours now. And every time I go back to that site for the next year, they've only got 3 of that same thing left.
Well, that's not the one that cracks me up. The one that cracks me up is when you're on eBay and it'll say 3 available, 17 sold.
Yeah.
Oh, remember the
that's people put up a lot of 20 items.
Oscilloscope we tried to buy.
Oh God, Judd.
So quick note, Fat Cat was actually found in my parents' tree, and I actually gave him to my friend and my friend's mom, who has cats, because my dad was allergic.
Oh, is this just a channel?
I finally got my oscilloscope.
Oh, did you?
Hand tech?
Oh, look at
Precious.
Nerd moment.
Which one did you get?
I got the
Signalant.
Signalant 200 megahertz.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick one of those up if I'm gonna start building that Amiga.
This one is yeah, you will, because this one I went to what's the name of the site? It's Mike Murray's site, the brother of David Murray, the 8-bit guy, and he was rating inexpensive oscilloscopes, and this one was one of the ones at the top of the list. And so yeah, this one came and I used it a little bit. I played with it on my computer out in the office, and checked. I needed something to test a serial port, because I was certain my level converter was bad, and sure enough, I proved it by using the scope to monitor the input line in one channel and the output line in the other channel, and I was seeing wiggling on the input line, but the output line was just a straight up -5 volts, and it never changed.
Ugh.
Yeah, so the Max 232s are really, really delicate. If you're building a project with a Max 232 or one of the similar chips, socket that thing and make sure you're really careful with it, because the Alta Arduino guys, it's like maybe 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 are failing. It's really bad, and it's not just the Max 232; it's all the variations of that one. Although it's just like something about that chip and the way it has to invert the signal and charge pump the signal to get it up to a higher voltage. It just seems like it falls apart. Anyways, totally off topic.
That was perfectly okay. So
Yeah.
what I was saying before is Fat Cat was actually found in the tree in my parents' backyard. When my mom's dog chased him up the tree, we thought he was a young adult cat because of how big he was. But it turns out he still had his milk teeth, and he weighed in around like almost 4 pounds. Still had his milk teeth. But I guess his mama dropped him in our fence, and he climbed.
God,
so he was a big kitten. He was very lanky. He finally grew into those legs. And then Prissy, her mom, actually broke into my friend's house when they were in the hospital. He was suffering from liver failure. And she had 12 kittens. And Prissy was the last kitten she had. And I ended up bottle feeding all 12 of those kittens until they were adopted out. Which, by the way, if you don't have to bottle feed kittens, cool. Because holy crap. By the way, kittens are not that nice. If they're feral, they're not nice to nipples at all. So you go through bottles like crazy.
Yeah, we had a bunch of feral cats at my family's office. And we kept them around because we had a lot of rodent problems.
Yeah.
Rodents and very expensive airlines for air tools. We, at one point, were spending almost as much on air tools a month, or airlines a month, as we were on tools in a year.
Yeah. I rehomed a ton of feral cats to get rid of the issue that my friend's area was having, because his dad was a repeat offender of feeding stray cats. So he would literally get bags and bags of cat food every week and just dump them on his front porch. So he constantly had cats on his front porch.
I did that once. A pregnant mama was in my back. Had taken refuge in the moving boxes in my patio, and I heard her babies out there.
Oh,
meow, meow, meow.
yeah.
I went out there, and there were these newborn baby cats, and she was like, "Don't get anywhere near me." So I went over across the street and I bought a bunch of cat food, and I fed her until she disappeared.
Yeah.
And but once she left, there was no more feeding anybody.
Pregnant mama cat, not llama.
Mama.
Yeah, no. I had actually taken to a local spay and neuter clinic around 75 cats in one summer to get them fixed. And I rehomed probably the 5 biggest males to a farm because a woman, I guess her neighbor had been poisoning her cats, and they moved. Their farm was foreclosed on. She goes, I'd really like some cats, as long as they're fixed, because she's like, I don't need no babies around here. Because, you know, she definitely needs, especially in our area, we have a lot of snakes, including copperheads. So having cats on a farm definitely helps.
Yeah, back where I used to live, back over there, the 3 miles away. The people in that neighborhood are really proponents of feral cats and just letting barn cats, basically, letting them run around and take care of the rodents.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I just have a problem with them, breeding out of control.
Yeah, that's why I was doing the capture and release, the spay, neuter, and release program. Because
we tried to do that, and all the local clinics that used to do it are like, our funding got cut. So
yeah, there was quite a bit of it where I actually paid out of my own pocket to get the cats fixed because it was that bad of a situation. So I completely get that, and I mean I was driving quite some time to do it. Little Miss Brace, surprisingly, was 2 when I finally got her to a weight where they were okay to do her surgery. When she was fixed, she weighed 3 pounds 6 ounces, and I mean she was tiny. She was not the healthiest kitten. She was also allergic to, I believe it's her rabies shot. So every year when she gets that, she has to get an anti-histamine.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, that's never fun. You okay, Tom?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I just need to take care of something real quick.
No problem.
They don't pay your bills, they don't let you keep the stuff.
Yeah.
Only if they can find you.
Yeah. I tell you what, I have Apple Wallet, that the Apple Card on Apple Wallet. Man, it's so cool. I don't even need my phone. I can just pull the watch out, and I have like my frequent shopper card for 7-Eleven. So I'll hold it up and they'll scan it with their scanner, and then I'll just dink and pay for it, right there on the cash register. Don't even need to pull the wallet out.
Yeah, careful where you travel because there's a lot of places around here that are so outdated. They will like hand you this little machine that they like you still have to type your card number into.
Oh, I haven't had that around here, but no, the biggest problem I have around here right now is we're in the middle of the coronavirus scare and nobody wants to touch anything, right? And so, of course, they're not cleaning the credit card readers between uses, and you're having to put in your PIN and everything else.
There's a lot of stores here that are doing like Germex and Q-tips. Like instead of touching it, you can do a Q-tip instead.
It's because they can get it, Jim, because people are paying less for the processors.
I suppose. I mean, they're ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
I missed part of the conversation. What?
I mean, this board is $1,000
Oh, he's still looking for parts for his computer. Okay, I'm back on track. Hi. Sorry. Oh, that's why I am like out of it. It's 1:00 here, so we have been podcasting for 2 hours.
Bunny needs to go to bed.
It's saving you, yeah. I completely understand that, Peanut. But yeah, no, actually, I do need to go to bed. I've been up all day, and when I say all day, I mean all day. And I'm looking forward to my bed tonight. It's going to be wonderful. I'm getting back up early in the morning in a few hours. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we, had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we get to talk about some of the stuff. And if you guys missed the podcast, next Friday it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, which you can find down below, or on my Twitter, or on my Discord. You can also do any of the commands for those here in chat, and I'm trying not to be off screen too much. If I can.
Bang commands, right?
I think so. Well, I don't know if I have the bank ones. Yeah, there are bank commands. Okay. So I've got that for the YouTube, the Twitter. So you can actually catch us all if you guys want to review it. I probably won't do the entire thing because I do like cutting out some of our quiet moments. Because we'll have a few of those, especially when like someone gets up and leaves, or someone drops in the call and we're like, wait.
Yeah, the moment where I showed all my email to everybody.
So, I do cut some of the stuff out because it gets lengthy, and I don't know. I just think it's nicer to do that. But if you guys want to see another YouTube channel, if you go to mine, you can also find Random Square, where the majority of the video, including probably the silent parts at the beginning, will be on Judd's channel, and that is Random Square.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't actually even check my stream. Oh, that was good! Yay!
Yes, back to the age of silent cinema.
Yes, but that is okay. So that is basically where you'll find our podcast. Mine won't be uploaded until next Friday, and that is because I procrastinate big time. That's definitely on me. But either way, it will be fun to review it. I always have a grand old time listening to this and having a laugh at the goofiness that is the podcast night with now Starport Omega. So I will also be putting the new logo as long as Tom can get something of a logo decided on by next Friday.
Yeah, I'll have something done I'll have something done the next couple of days that we can use for everything.
Thank you.
And I'll make sure you can make sure to show you what software to use too, to if you need it, resize it or something like that.
Oh no, I've got software. I got lots of software on my computer for artsy stuff.
All the software. We've got all the bits.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, live long and prosper. And there's Judd. We're saying bye.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, you guys can't see it.
Why my program is working.